welcome to another video. Some days ago, when Claude launched, there were many repos spawning using it. Now, since Llama 3.1 has launched, there are many repos spawning utilizing it as well. Similarly, a repo called Claude Engineer was released when Claude was launched. Now that repo is updated with a new option of using it with Ollama models. It's called Ollama Engineer. This is basically Claude Engineer, but with Ollama support. If you don't know about Claude Engineer, it's very much like Aider. You can just give it a prompt, and it can generate code, put it in a file, create files and folders. If you have an existing code base, you can also give it a task, and it can automatically understand your code base and make amendments based on it, which is also kind of cool. If you have watched my Aider videos, you'll know that it's very similar. When I tried Claude Engineer before when it was launched, I wasn't very impressed. I didn't think there was any need for it because Aider already exists and works really well. But today, we have the Ollama version of it as well. There are also a bunch of things and commands you can use with it. It now uses agents, which means it can direct an agent with a different system prompt to generate, while the other model can do file management tasks and stuff like that, which is also quite cool. It's almost something like Maestro in this sense, where it used agents to build out whole applications. That was also pretty cool. Anyway, there's a big readme in the repo that you can check out for more in-depth knowledge about how it works. Now, let's try it out and check it. First, let's get it cloned on my computer. Let's just click here, open the terminal, and paste it. Okay, it's now cloned. Let's cd into the folder. Now, before we can run it, make sure you have Ollama installed. To do that, just go to Ollama's site, click on the download button, choose your operating system, and get it installed. Once done, go to the Models page and click on Llama 3.1. You can also use any other model that supports tool and function calling. Anyway, just copy the command and paste it in your terminal. This will get Llama 3.1 installed on your computer. Once done, send a message and check if it works. Now, let's go back to the Claude Engineer folder. Next, we'll run this pip install command to install the requirements. Then, we'll also need to run this pip install Ollama command to make it work. Once that's done, we'll need to edit the Ollama Engineer file. So, just open it in VS Code. On lines 73, 76, and 77, change the model name to Llama 3.1. Once done, save it. Now we can use it. Let's just run the Ollama Engineer file. Okay, it gives an error saying we need a Tavily API key. You can get that from Tavily's site. It has a free tier and is apparently needed for searching the web by the Ollama Engineer. Anyway, you can get the API key from there and add it as an environment variable to your terminal with this export command. Okay, now we can use it. You can see there are some commands you can use like exit, auto mode, reset, and others. Let's ask it to make an HTML page with a heading hello. If we send it over here, it starts doing a bunch of stuff. It uses tools to do the major tasks. Okay, now it's done. Let's see if the file is made. Okay, it's here, and the code looks fine. Let's preview it. Okay, it looks fine as well. Obviously, we are using an 8B model, so we can't ask it for much, but it's great to see that it works. Let's also ask it to create a Python program to add two numbers based on user input. Let's send it over here. Okay, that's done as well. Let's look at the file. Okay, this looks fine. Let's go to the terminal and run it. Okay, so this works fine as well. Now, it works fine. But since we are using a smaller model, it works well for smaller tasks. But what if we want to make a snake game? Well, We can do that, I think, with their auto mode. It's basically like Maestro, where you have the LLM first generate an outline, then the LLM executes it, and then it's reviewed. It's a little different in this case, as it uses an agent for tool checking and stuff, but it's still fine. Anyway, let's run the auto mode. Okay, it has started, and looks like it comes with default 25 iterations. I don't know how to change that. Anyway, let's ask it to make a snake game. Once I send it here, you can see it goes through multiple iterations. I think we'll need to wait a bit here. So, let's wait. Okay, it's done. Let's look at the code here. Okay, this looks fine. Let's try to run it. Okay, it's working fine. So, this is cool. At least it works fine this time. So, this is pretty cool, although it's not very polished, and there aren't many details about the usage. Like for the auto iterations, I didn't find anything mentioned about how we can change the default auto iterations. Although there are a bunch of non-important things mentioned on the GitHub page, there is nothing about the actual usage, which makes it kind of weird. I don't prefer it a lot since Aider is super easy to use and install. You can just run one command and get Aider installed, and it works insanely better. You have many ways to use it, and you can trial and test things. I would recommend Aider since it's much better than this, and is really much more compatible with local models as well. But it can be cool in some scenarios. One thing I like about it is that it's just one file, making it much more portable, whereas you need to install Aider on your system. But configuring that one file is a bigger hassle though. Anyway, I won't be using it, but if you want, you can go ahead and use it with the steps I showed you. It's not too complicated to set up. You can also use it with any other model, like Mistral Nemo if you want. Overall, it's kind of cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating to my channel through the Super Thanks option below. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.